get the facts behind the intraday figures at the NGX, and we're going to be talking to Vincent Oshoma, securities dealer, Midpoint Capital Limited. Good afternoon, Vincent. Good to have you on the program. Vincent, what stocks are investors trading or fading that are driving activities at the NGX? But before you start, I know that corn oil, O&O, were flying high at intraday. Are other stocks driving the sentiments now?
Good afternoon. The other stocks that are actually driving sentiment in the market now are the banking stocks. Like you rightly mentioned, the oil and gas sector, especially for Oando and corn oil. For Oando, the news about the approval for the acquisition of Nigerian hydro oil operations, I think that's the major driver currently on full beat. A lot of investors are going for that stock. Then for the banking sector, we are seeing interest in the stocks and banks, right, for tier 1 banks, talking about UBA, Access, Zenith, and GT. I think it has to do with the right issues that are currently seen in the market. Some of them have started, Fidelity Bank has already started its own right issue. I'm expecting Access Bank. I think this what is driving the investors' interest, coupled with the fact that we are actually approaching the ending season, which is releasing their results by the end of this month.
Okay, speaking of the rights issue and public offers that we've seen, Access Holdings, you mentioned, is set to raise 351 billion naira through rights issue to existing shareholders starting Monday, July the 8th. And this is to strengthen its capital base and facilitate growth. The company held a formal signing ceremony to that effect. It's all about the raise to recapitalize. Vincent, given the 24-month time frame, do you see any of these banks not meeting the mark?
Yeah, for the tier 1 banks, there is no issue for them at all. They're definitely going to meet the deadline, and they have already started taking the lead. Looking at a lot of them have announced their plans in the market, and they're expecting them to start very soon. Access is starting, Fidelity have already started, we expect UBA and others to also follow suit. But I think for some of the banks, there may be challenges. I think for the mid-tier banks, they may start thinking about measures, because some of them may also consider evaluating their license. You know, the good thing about this recapitalization is that you have different tiers for different banks. I think some of them will consider that option. And also for the new entrants into the market, they may also be looking at measures. So we hope to see within this time, I don't see any bank being unable to meet it, but we'll be seeing a lot, which I expect to see a lot of measures and in the market, and most likely acquisition to help banks meet this new recapitalization.
Okay, we've seen the offered prices. Fidelity Bank came in with the offer at 9.75 naira. Access Bank is over 19 naira. What has been the acceptance level from investors vis-a-vis the offered prices for the rights issue so far?
Yeah, I think there will be a lot of acceptance depending on the banks. Like for Access Bank, if you look at the rights price of 1975, and when you compare it with a 52 weeks high of over 30 naira, that's more than 50% upside. I think the investors will be looking at that, and also looking at what the company has done in the recent past in terms of extending its operation across Africa. I expect to see that affecting its financial report going forward. So I think investors will be considering this in looking at bank. And African Bank has been and posted good results over the years. For 2023, in terms of gross earnings, they were number 1. And I think in going for that stock, I think investors, because it's going to be a right issue. So I think the investors, current shareholders, will also be considering those facts in taking up their rights. And for those that want to trade their rights, I think they will also be able to make good business with that, because of a lot of persons will be interested in the stock.
So before the market closes today, I just want you to give me in 30 seconds, is it going to be green? Is it going to be red? Just one word.
Currently, after your report, currently the market is red. I think it has to do with the activities in the telecom sector. MTN is currently trading downwards despite the gains you have seen in some of the banking stock and the oil and gas sector. I think that's a major impact on the market. Okay,
so you see the market closing in the green or in the red? We'll watch out for that. Thank you so much, Vincent Oshoma, securities dealer, Midpoint Capital Limited, for your thoughts on Business Incorporated.